Hello everyone, my name is Asim and I'm here to talk to you today about the differences between purchasing at auction and purchasing through an estate agent. Personally, I prefer to purchase through an auction mainly because once the hammer falls, that property is yours. I've found in the past estate agents do cause more headache than is necessary when they're trying to achieve a higher selling price for the person selling the property. This then delays the transaction. I'm not saying all estate agents. I have purchased many properties through estate agents and I've had no problems. But there have been many instances where I've gone through right to the end about purchasing a property, and due to the estate agent, I've pulled out myself because I personally do not have the time to mess about with people. There is plenty of properties on the market that I can purchase or you can purchase. There's no need to put up with an estate agent trying to make more money, more commission for themselves, and delaying yourself from completing that transaction. Normally, once you have had an offer accepted from an estate agent, you'd have that in writing, normally now through email. There was an instance where I had waited 3 weeks to hear from the estate agent that my offer had been accepted. They then turned around and said to me, the person selling wants more money after previously confirming my offer was accepted verbally. This then basically wasted 3 weeks of my time, and due to keeping my money available to complete that transaction, I then missed out on the next auction, which definitely annoyed me a lot. This is why I stick to auctions as my main way of purchasing properties, as once you have bid on a lot in the auction, if you are the highest bidder, that property is yours. You are now legally obliged to purchase that property, or you would probably lose your deposit. Generally, it's a 10% deposit that most auction houses take from you on the day when the hammer falls, leaving you with mostly 28 days, sometimes 6 weeks or 8 weeks to complete the transaction, depending on the legal pack. Most properties are to be completed within 4 weeks, 28 days. So you do need to keep your finances ready to purchase that property and make sure you can follow through with that transaction. Personally speaking, I feel it is more simple to purchase at auction. There's less middlemen trying to get in on the action, and generally speaking, you will save a lot of money at the auction as long as you have worked out your figures before you purchase a property and not get carried away, as I know a lot of people get carried away in the auctions and overpay for properties. It's very important to stick to your budget because at the end of the day, it is a business. I treat it as a business. You would not buy goods to sell in a shop for more than they will be able to sell for. So hence, therefore, in auction, you should always keep a budget to the property which you can expect to see a profit for. Not to say that all estate agents do this. I know a lot of people, and myself, I've purchased a lot of property through estate agents, and they're not all the same. But generally speaking, I will steer away from properties and deals from various estate agents that I know of, which are just going to waste my time. And to be honest with you, I don't feel that I should waste my time on estate agents that are going to be doing these things, which is going to delay me in growing my portfolio. So just to reiterate, the most beneficial thing that I find purchasing through auction is that once you do win that lot in the auction, it is a done deal. That property is yours. You are now ready to start working on that property. Once you complete, you exchange contracts on the day. Straight away, as soon as you've put your deposit into their account, they will exchange contracts with you, and then you have the said time being either 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks usually, complete that transaction. It's a lot faster. Going through estate agents generally means you do not need to have fully finance ready. Mortgages are there. Solicitors take longer. The mortgage company can take as long as they like. So generally, completing through an estate agent, you should expect to spend at least 3 to 6 months to try and complete a property. It has been done faster, but general rule of thumb is between 3 to 6 months. It could even take longer. If there's a chain involved, that could delay you even more. Hence why in that time, you could probably purchase maybe 2 or 3 properties at auction because of the time scale. Most auction houses have auctions every 6 to 8 weeks. If, like myself, you are interested, you could easily purchase a property in every auction. In terms of auction houses, there are a lot of auction houses selling. I personally only ever purchase from 2 auction houses, and there are a lot of auction houses available. Generally because I find these auction houses properties sell for reasonable amounts, and they have a lot of properties that they sell in their auctions. Hence, that means there's something for everyone. There are some smaller auction houses who have lots of maybe 20, 30 properties in an auction. Generally, you find they go for a lot more money than they would on the sites I use. And because I've purchased from them both before, I know they're reputable and I'm not going to get scammed. Generally, it makes it a lot easier to work through their legal packs as their terms normally don't change much. They don't really vary. Of course, between the 2 auction houses that I do use, they do have different fees, but they also operate in different areas. So that helps me build a diversified portfolio. For more great content, please follow. And if you are interested, please do click on the link in the description to book a call with me, and I can help you get on this path.